Peace be with you everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor, really glad to have you here. So in today's video I'm just going to be building a fragrance collection from scratch with a budget of $250. So whether you're just getting started in fragrances or you wanted to maybe gift a gift set of colognes to a friend or loved one for the holidays, it's about a week, maybe a little bit less than a week before Black Friday, so I think these would all be a really good set of gift ideas as well as beginner tips. So without further ado, let's get right into the list. First one up on the list is going to be the original Azzaro Chrome. While Nautica Voyage I think gets hyped up quite a bit, I think this is miles and miles above Nautica Voyage in terms of just being a lot less synthetic. This is just a lot more well blended, kind of like the older brother. Nice, simple, aquatic, fresh, soapy kind of clean feeling fragrance that you can wear when it's really hot outside. So that covers your basis for like a nice, fresh, out of the shower aquatic. And then we have, next up on the list, another fragrance to wear during the high heat. This one is going to focus on citruses, and it's going to be Artisan Pure by John Barbados. So you get a really nice, beautiful white floral citrus opening. Very invigorating, something not quite like lemonade, because this is more like tangerines and clementine, that sort of orangish citrus vibe going on, versus like, I think there is lemon in here, but it's a little bit more orangey of a citrus. But this is really beautiful for, you know, spending time on the beach, laying out on a blanket, getting some sun out on a holiday. You know, it's definitely something that will make you feel a little bit more cool, crisp, refreshed on a really hot summer day. And this can be dressed up or dressed down. Beautiful fragrance. Another one, like I said, great for the high heat. This is going to be focused more on the citrus, whereas this is more of the aquatic take on a high heat fragrance. So we've got summertime more or less covered, and then this number 3 on the list is going to be Versace Dylan Blue. This one is going to smell a little bit like shower gel, but it's also sweetened up with some nice juicy fruit qualities, as well as darkened up with a little bit of smokiness. So this is going to be really versatile. You can wear this anytime, any season. Nice, simple, dumb reach, something that you can just put on without thinking about it. Will work in most situations, and I've gotten a lot of good positive attention from women with this fragrance. So that's number 3, Versace Dylan Blue. And you can pick up all 3 of these, Azzaro Chrome, John Barbados, Artisan Pure, and Versace Dylan Blue, off of eBay. All 3 of these is going to run you right around $107. So that still leaves us with about $140 left in our budget for building the collection with $250. So we've got an aquatic, a bright citrus, and a blue fragrance covered. Moving on out of the summertime and over to Fragrance Net, where this next bit of the collection is going to be accumulated at. We've got a green fragrance, Lin Sumi, from the house of Lalique. So Lalique is probably the best bang for your buck house. They have a lot of really great high quality offerings with beautiful presentation. They're a glass sculpture company, and there's a lot of great options you can pick from that house. I went with Lin Sumi because I think they have another really popular fragrance, Encre Noir, but I don't think it's quite, it's a little bit too complex for a beginner. I think it's something that you can get into later on in your fragrance journey, but this is a beautiful sort of shaving cream, green, springtime barbershop fragrance. I like to wear this in the spring and the autumn. It's sweetened up with a rum note, which kind of makes it a little bit more modern and more versatile and wearable than a lot of the old school sort of oak moss centric barbershop fragrances. And you can get this one for right around $24 on Fragrance Net. And then the last one we'll be getting from Fragrance Net you can pick up for right around $56 for a tester. It's going to be the most expensive fragrance on the list, and it's going to be the first one that kind of moves into a sweet, tobacco, ambery, date night, you know, a little bit more sensual but still manly a fragrance for colder weather occasions that are a little bit more intimate and cozy, and that is going to be Dolce & Gabbana's The One Eau de Parfum. So this has tobacco, amber, and ginger are going to be some of the main notes. Probably the most well-known popular date night style fragrance. I wanted to include it in the list because the scent profile is really beautiful, and you know, Dolce & Gabbana is a reputable house, high-end fashion brand, and this is going to give you something in your collection that has got like you know, a little bit of a sense of luxury in it, and you know, really probably the best sort of masculine sweet fragrance that you can get as a beginner. Okay, so we've got aquatic, citrus, blue, green, date night. This next fragrance is going to be over at Fragrance X. So you know, you've got these three you're going to be getting from eBay, Lin Sumi, and The One Eau de Parfum we're going to be getting from Fragrance Net. I think the cart comes out to around $77 for the two of these. So you know, like 107 plus 77, you're looking at like 184. So we've got a little bit of wiggle room there for like maybe like $66. So this one coming in at about $23, I believe, and this is going to be a cheap iris fragrance. Now that's almost like an oxymoron because iris is one of the more expensive fragrance notes, and while it is featured in some of the most popular fragrances in the market right now, such as Dior Homme Intense and the Givenchy Gentleman line, that type of sweet, powdery iris that is in those fragrances, you don't really have access to for the most part on a budget, because all those fragrances cost like $80 or so and up. But this one is a nice little hidden gem, and it gives you access to that sweet powdery iris, the likes that are in Dior Homme Intense, for a fraction of the price, and it also does so over the top of a really popular fragrance scent profile known as Lana Weed Alone, and this is going to be Lana Weed Alone with Iris, or better known as Poker Face by Ted Lapidus. So like I said, this is just Lana Weed Alone if you know that fragrance, but otherwise it's like a sweet, spicy cardamom, sensual, a little bit dark, good for cold weather fragrance, but the main takeaway here is that it has that iris note, and I wanted to include something accessible in with that note because it's you know, something that you absolutely have to get your nose on when you're getting into fragrances, and the fact that I was able to fit it into a budget here for so cheap is really exciting, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share this video with you. Okay, so we got like $23. I think we've got room for, you know, something like 43 or 44 left in the budget. So again, at Fragrance X, which is going to give us free shipping on all three carts from eBay, Fragrance Net, and Fragrance X. If you go to Fragrance X, they are selling this fragrance for $50, but you can buy a gift set that comes with the same size 2.5 ounce or 75 milliliters, as well as two flankers that are also full-size bottles. So you're going to get three fragrances, two of which I haven't smelled, but the one featured here is going to be in that gift set, and that comes out to $39, making the cart over at Fragrance X, you know, like something around $60 or so. So I think the grand total for all seven, technically 9 if you get those two flankers in the gift set, fragrances is going to round out at $248. And that's free shipping on all of them. And so the last final fragrance and my scent of the day is going to be Shagaf Oud. Kind of a fingerprint magnet, so I'll try to clean that up a little bit there, but this is a Middle Eastern fragrance, so I wanted to get a Middle Eastern fragrance involved in the list here to kind of introduce you to that aspect of the fragrance landscape as well. So this has got some, it's a rose oud fragrance, and so rose oud is, you know, everyone does at least like one version of a rose oud, and this is a really great one for a cheap price. So it's got rose oud, saffron, and then it's sweetened up with a really nice praline note, so it makes this like a nice introduction to the Middle Eastern market with the sensual sort of oud and rose and saffron, but it also is a gourmand because of that praline note. And gourmand basically means a fragrance that is like so sweet that it's edible. It's like something that you want to eat because it's like a dessert fragrance in some sense. And so with this, you've got a gourmand in the list, as well as something that has like the Rhode Ooze profile, which is you know, somewhat ubiquitous in the fragrance landscape. And for like $39, you're going to pick up this 75 ml plus 2 flankers. And I'm just going to go ahead and spray this one on real quick. Reapply, I should say. I've been wearing it already, but nice to just get a little bit of a refresher there. Really cold here by me today, so this is going to cut through the cold really well. Sweet fragrances like this one that has praline in it are going to work really well in frigid temperatures. We drop down into like the, you know, 10s, 12, 13 degrees here where I'm at today. So I put this on. The oud in here is not animalic. It's kind of like this nice woody, comforting type of oud. So yeah, with that, you've got a really nice setup here. $250, aquatic, citrus, blue, green barbershop, date night, Dolce & Gabbana is the one eau de parfum, an iris fragrance, and a sweet rose oud gourmand fragrance. That I think is going to cover a lot of bases, and you know, like I said, you can get all this right now for around $248, not including the taxes. But you've got no shipping, and yeah, I think you're going to be really set if you go ahead and pick any of these up. If you don't have them yet, or if you're just getting started, just go ahead and buy the whole 7, plus the 2 bonus flankers of Shagaf Oud. And you know, if I hurt your feelings by kind of bashing Nautica Voyage at the beginning, or if I missed anything else that you think would be a great starter fragrance that you thought should have been included in this list, let me know. Let me know if you like these type of videos, the fragrance budget sort of builds, and you know, I'll do some more stuff like that in the future if it's well received. And I really appreciate you sticking with me to the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.